Oop, let me get over there. Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it's me, Christopher, your favorite plant guy. The Ojai plant guy. I just moved to hide my address there on the door. Yeah, it's me, Christopher, your favorite plant guy, the Ojai plant guy, blah, 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 blah. So I'm here in the garden, out in the yard, and it's a beautiful day in Southern California. Chance is upset because I haven't walked him yet, but whatever. So I wanted to show you this. God, can't really see it very well, can you? It's my Crêpe Myrtle. Yeah, the sun that angles, but that's like you can't see. Anyway, this is one of my prized possessions, I guess. I just love this tree. It's the Crêpe Myrtle Red Rocket. So Lagerstroemia indica parentheses Red Rocket. It is, at the time when it was released in like 2010, 2008, it was prized for being the, quote, true red of the Crêpe Myrtles. They have since released a multitude of species of Crêpe Myrtle that is very beautiful, both in size and shape. You have, ones that are, as tall as your knee, and you have others like my Crêpe Myrtle in my backyard, which is a white one that can be 25 feet tall. This is more of your medium range Crêpe Myrtle, and they usually are multi-trunked instead of your single trunked, or what they call in the nursery industry standard. Multi and standard is, when you see that on a plant label, if you see standard or multi, it's how you know. Now, like olives, Crêpe Myrtles are notorious for suckering, and so they send up suckers, And when I planted this tree, it had its main branches, but this one was actually one of the suckers that got loose. It got so big that I thought, I'll just let it go, and it just grew kind of straight up. Whatever. It looks good. I like how that, looks. And the bark is really pretty. It's smooth in the summer, and then it peels into the fall and the winter and gets kind of colors. But you really want its flowers are what you I like how the flower is kind of similar to like cherries. Like a cherry, they have this kind of red, kind of gives you that, almost, if you want that cherry blossom look, but that's not a cherry. But yeah, the bees really love it, and it really, there's a bee right there. Where'd he go? I don't know, but yeah, this is a typical example of the flower. Right, it's in a cluster, an inflorescence of that's what you call, the inflorescence is this stem with all the different flowers on it. This is called the inflorescence of a flower. Right, and they're real pretty, and you can see it's that kind of red. Sometimes they kind of have that cherry red, but it really, and the leaves are red too, as you can see. They are green, but they're kind of a burgundy-ish. And they turn really red in the fall. In the winter, in the fall, that red color of the leaves is almost a showstopper in itself. And yeah, it's just, you can't see that at all. Yeah, I know this is a bad angle. This is a north. My house has a lisping there. My house has a east-north southwester exposure. So we're in the front of the house, and this is the southern exposure. So, and that's why I planted this tree, because it's the front of the house, and this is the porch that you get to enter, and it's so hot and sunny. And so, you know, I put this tree in, and it's not too big, right? Like, you know, it's not going to overpower the roof. Now, you see when it blooms, it does kind of droop a bit because the flowers are so heavy. And even more so when the seed pods come out. They branches can break off from the seed pods. But yeah, no, it's a really, really pretty tree. And there's my jacaranda. That's in the backyard. Jack making his mess. But now you can also see my sycamore. I planted that sycamore. They were all planted in the same year. You know, not the jacaranda. Jacaranda came with the house. But all these other trees that I talk about in my videos, I planted in 2009, 10. I used to work at a plant nursery when I was in and graduated from college, because I'm not going to get into all that. Anyway, yes, the crepe, that cycad, I really like that cycad right there too. It's nice. But the Crêpe Myrtle is just a gem, right? I smell something in the yard now. Hey, who wants to go for a walk? Yeah, so Crêpe Myrtle, you should get one for your yard. Like I said, they're drought tolerant. They're somewhat disease resistant in coastal areas of Southern California, especially areas that have a lot of that summer fog, the June gloom, as we call it down here in Southern California, the June gloom and May gray. You might get some powdery mildew issues, but it goes away as soon as the sun hit, as soon as you get that heat like we did. And that's what pushed it into bloom. This thing was just covered in buds for the longest time. And we had a 90-degree day the other day, and I walked out and I thought, oh, I should do a video of this. But you can see up there the flower spikes. That cluster, that's called an inflorescence. And it's just it's a voracious grower, especially if you water them. I mean, they can be susceptible to root rot, so you don't want to give it like a willow type of watering. But normal lawn watering is fine. But, in California, where I live, they grow in the desert perfectly fine. I believe this species was developed in San Bernardino. Not San Bernardino. No, up north. I can't remember the name of the place right now. Anyway, not up north California, but like mid state. It's the middle of the state. Bakersfield. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Thank you for your attention to this matter.